On the prowl to deliver the latest scoop on what's going down. I'm Travis Smith.
And I'm Zeph Davis, coming to you from the MassComm studio at Idaho State University. For this week's events, it is spring break for ISU students, so go and enjoy the sunshine that we have this week. As for what's happening, the Spring Fair is on March 28th, 29th, and the 30th in Holt Arena. The Spring Fair will be sponsored by Raven Productions, which is the largest home, garden, and recreational vehicle showcase in Southeast Idaho. Also, there will be over 200 vendors. There will be 3 full days of fun, so be sure to take your family. Also, there will be a show at the Warehouse venue on April 5th at 8 p.m. The show is a comedy about 2 widows whose daughters moved them from New York City to a retirement home in Las Vegas on Bermuda Avenue, where their lives are transformed by a charming scoundrel. The cost for dinner and a show is $30. If you don't want the dinner, the cost is $15. If you are an ISU student, dinner and a show is only $20, and just to watch the show with no dinner is $5. Make sure you have your Bengal ID or you will not be given these prices. Those are this week's events. Here at the Portneuf Prowler, we're always looking for things for you to do in the Portneuf Valley.
Bigfoot, Sasquatch, skunk, ape, we've heard all the names, but never seen one. One ISU professor with international recognition plans to change that with high hopes of fighting Sasquatch. Lately, he's been making news as he gets a new project off the ground. Martin Gallegos takes a look.
People are always intrigued by the mysterious, by the unexplained. Sometimes our world becomes almost a bit mundane because there's a sense that there are no wildernesses, there are no frontiers.
World-renowned Bigfoot researcher Dr. Jeff Meldrum has attracted media attention since 1996 when he found his first set of Bigfoot prints. Since then, he has gone on to write on the subject of Sasquatch and has gained international recognition and can often be seen on documentaries about Bigfoot. Meldrum is often sought out by others in the cryptozoology community as an expert in primate footprints, such as this one right here.
My focus has been on the footprint evidence. That's where I think I can offer some authoritative opinion and conclusions.
With one of his latest projects, he hopes to catch the elusive creature.
The Falcon Project is sort of an ambitious undertaking in order to employ aerial survey techniques to try to find and track and observe the Sasquatch.
Once in the sky, instruments equipped to a weather balloon can give researchers a bird's eye view.
Really the only feasible way to search for an animal like this is from the air, using thermal imaging and coordinating that search with a ground insertion team to verify contacts, to collect trace and physical evidence.
Once the reclusive nocturnal Bigfoot is found, Meldrum's research is never over.
Even when it's found, the work just begins then.
On the prowl on the campus of Idaho State University, I'm Martin Gallegos.
And I'm here in studio today with Dr. Meldrum, a renowned Bigfoot expert and the premier in his field. And recently, your research took you close to home. There was a Bigfoot sighting up in the Portneuf area.
That's right. I got a call from some high school students from Century High, and they related that they think they might have encountered something just up outside of town on the West Fork of Mink Creek. It was an interesting little piece of footage, nothing that's going to tip the scales, obviously, but intriguing nonetheless if what they saw actually was a Bigfoot.
Now, obviously, you get a lot of calls
Sure.
about that, and some are going to be hoaxes and some are going to be the real thing.
Right.
How do you determine if it's a hoax or if it's actually Bigfoot?
Well, depending on the quality of what's submitted, be it a piece of video or a photograph or a footprint, it may not be possible to tell the difference. And sometimes it's not a matter of hoaxing, it's just a matter of misidentification as well. Bear print might take on the appearance of a Sasquatch track with 5 toes and a flat foot. So, but there are criteria. I mean, there are things by way of the anatomy and the dynamics of a footprint, as well as distinguishing characteristics of the anatomy and behavior of something caught on film that we can use to at least assess the probabilities of a real creature versus someone's imagination or ill-intended hoax.
And you believe that the one saw up at the Meat Creek area was legitimately Bigfoot?
Well, I think there's a very good possibility. The nature of that piece of footage was such a fleeting glimpse of a tall, dark, large shadow that we really will never know for certain. We did some comparative filming up there, however, and it was certainly, whatever it was, based on the recreation, it was certainly bigger than I am, on the order of about 7 feet, and much more massive in volume than I was. So that in itself lends some credibility to their claims.
Now, there hasn't been any other recorded Bigfoot sightings in the Portneuf Valley, and why is that?
Oh, yes, there have, actually.
There have, okay.
Not often recorded per se or publicized, but just on the opposite side of the valley, we had a sighting almost the same time of year, same season, but many years ago, made by a very credible citizen of Pocatello who wishes to remain anonymous because of his professional position. But he was out walking his dog and had a very similar experience, seeing a very dark, uniformly dark, massive figure on the road where it was closed, gated during the winter months. And upon the dog taking attention and barking and so on, making a fuss, the creature turned and headed straight up the ridgeline and disappeared. And that in itself impressed the witness, because he said for him to have traversed that same snowfield, it would have taken him a long time, and this figure did it in very short order.
Okay. I guess the golden question that everybody asks about Bigfoot is why we haven't found any of his bones or have got him in captivity. Sure. Why is that?
Well, it's hard to give a brief, succinct answer to that, because there's a lot of parameters. And if you've had any experience with rare and unusual wildlife that is far-ranging, very generalized, has no natural predators, when these animals die, they die secluded off somewhere in an environment that is notoriously unconducive to the preservation of bone. The soils tend to be acidic, and scavengers make short order of the remains. So it's not completely out of the question that we wouldn't find the remains, even of a very large animal like this, as rare and reclusive as they are reportedly.
Now, what would it mean to you personally to be able to prove the existence of Bigfoot?
Well, certainly there'd be a level of personal gratification after having invested a great deal of time and effort in considering and weighing the evidence up to this point, not to mention the ridicule that has gone along with that sort of risky position. But I think from a scientific point of view, to discover an animal that is perhaps more closely related to us than any other would be really quite groundbreaking. We've learned a lot from our study of great apes and gorillas and chimps in the past.
Absolutely. Well, the best of luck to you on your endeavors, and your stuff so far has been great. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure. Appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you.
Right. And coming up after the break, the Prowlers hit campus to see what students think about Bigfoot. You want to hear what they have to say. While we're gone, feel free to go to our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter. You can find us by searching Portneuf Prowler on your favorite social media site. Stay tuned. We will be right back.
Welcome to Cook It Safe Challenge. In this round, teams must read and follow package cooking instructions and know your microwave wattage. 1100 watts. You can find the wattage in the owner's manual, on the appliance label, or by contacting the manufacturer. Each team has been given a frozen entree to safely prepare.
Oh, wait, what is the wattage of the microwave? Whatever.
Oh, sorry, Team 2. You get a red card for not checking the cooking instructions and not knowing the wattage.
Wattage? It won't just cook?
Microwaves have different wattages.
I told you we should have checked the package instructions and checked the wattage of the microwave. It's not cooked safely. I wouldn't eat this, it's cold.
If you don't follow the cooking instructions, some foods may be hot but may not have reached a safe internal temperature. Use a food thermometer to be sure. You win.
We just kept focus on reading and following the package cooking instructions.
We knew the wattage of our microwave so the food cooked safely.
And the challenge continues. Can you cook it safe?
114th Infantry Company, Iraq.
The memories are all blurred.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
The words, they're hard to find.
I came back a different person.
I wonder if she's better off without me.
You just feel alone.
You gave all to the cause of freedom. Now it's our turn to give our all to you. It's free and totally confidential. Reach us at operationnotforgotten.com. We are here.
It was hard at first when I found out how sick he was. The doctor suggested hospice care at home. Hospice helped so much. They helped me take care of him. We were able to find some joy till the very end.
Each year, nearly 150,000 women will learn they will undergo a mastectomy due to breast cancer. But 7 out of 10 women are never told about their breast reconstruction options. Every woman deserves the chance to know those options.
To continue on with the Bigfoot theme of the show, Portneuf Prowlers, Andrew Archuleta went out to campus to see if people actually believe in Bigfoot. Take a look.
My point of view. And why do I believe in him, or what do I think of him? I think he's misunderstood. I think he has a lot to say, and I think we have a lot to listen to. I don't know what that is, but it's certainly going to be good stuff.
I don't believe in Bigfoot.
Why not?
I feel like it's just made up. I feel like maybe people just get mistaken for like Bigfoot as like bears or something.
I do. I believe in Bigfoot because what do I believe in him? That he's alive and he's just shy.
He's big, tall, scary, and hairy.
Never seen Bigfoot. No.
Do you think he's walking around here?
On campus? I don't know. I haven't seen him on campus.
Heard of a bunch of sightings over in Oregon and California. I imagine he's real. I mean, I'd rather believe in something than not. So.
I mean, I think it could be a possibility, but I haven't really heard anything for sure that gives me like a yes or no kind of thing.
A tough one. Probably a javelin.
Preferred weapon? Maybe a helicopter to shoot down a giant net and just capture him so I don't have to do it.
Like a big knife or something.
Bear mace. Maybe a couple of cans of that. Give it a shot.
Surprising how many people actually do believe in Bigfoot. So Zeph, I have a question for you. Do you believe?
Well, you know, absolutely.
And if you were to encounter Bigfoot, what would you do?
You know, a lot of people in the story, they were asking for like swords and javelins and stuff. Nah, I'm not going with that. I want a tranq dart to take him down. All right, so coming up after the break, there's still a lot more to get to. Travis will take you on a tour of one of Pocatello's unique restaurants and give you his opinion of the food.
Don't stray too far or touch that remote. The Portneuf Prowler will return shortly.
Fact. Virtually all 18-year-old men living in America and U.S. citizens abroad must register with the Selective Service System. It's the law. And are you aware of the benefits of registering? It keeps a young man eligible for a number of college loan programs, including the Workforce Investment Act, which provides career vocational training. And of course, registration will keep you eligible for federal jobs. And the benefits aren't just in the federal government. 42 states have laws that reserve state jobs, education loans, student grants, admission to state universities, and even driver's licenses for those who have registered with Selective Service. Finally, when a man turns 18, registration is his opportunity to demonstrate that he has accepted responsibility as an adult American citizen. Know an 18-year-old man? Remind him that he needs to register with Selective Service. These benefits are too important to lose. Register at www.sss.gov or local post office.
Join us on a bike ride to raise money for the American Diabetes Association. It's called Tour de Cure. Become one of the extraordinary people who ride in Tour de Cure. Each mile you ride and every dollar you raise will help in the fight against diabetes. Join an enthusiastic group of men, women, and families all across the nation and help improve the lives of people affected by diabetes. You can make a difference by riding in Tour de Cure. Call today.
My dad is a hero. He goes into places normal people want to get away from. He rescues families, makes everyone safe. But the best thing he can do is come home.
The U.S. Fire Administration reminds you to protect the heroes who protect our lives. Have a smoke alarm on every floor. Test it monthly. replace the battery yearly. Do your part to get out before they have to come in.
Here at the Portneuf Prowler, we love to spotlight local businesses, especially those dealing with food. It may be hard to say, but trust me, Mahabra is easy on the taste buds. I went and visited with Sanju Chowdhury, the owner of Mahabra, and got the inside scoop for us. Mahabra had its grand opening on October 12th, and business has been very good for Chowdhury since opening his doors. The authentic food and decor will make you feel like you're in the heart of the Middle East as you dine on a variety of Middle Eastern delicacies. The journey for Chowdhury hasn't been easy. He started out cooking in the back of a rundown gas station in 2006, but once he got his food on the table, people have been flocking to wherever he was cooking.
This was the most worn-out gas station ever. So there was a kitchen over there in 2006. Yeah. And I asked the landlord, the owner over here, I said, can I cook in your kitchen? The newspaper covered it, and I had about 70 to 80 people lined up in this gas station. Yeah. And I was out of food after 20. I didn't know that he would have such a hit.
Yeah. The spice arrangement is phenomenal. It's not too spicy for those of us who are used to an American palate. It's not too spicy, but it has enough of a kick that you know you're eating Middle Eastern food.
I taught myself with different spices. I mixed my own spices. I fried my own spices. And that's how I made the curry. You know, all our kebabs are fantastic. We have a grilled special chicken that's been marinated overnight with various different spices. And then it goes to the grill, again marinated with different spices. So it can fill in somebody's stomach like, they'll go out satisfied with this.
Their lunch hours are from 11:30 to 2 p.m. Monday through Saturday, where they offer a satisfying buffet lunch. They have 9 different choices ranging from fried rice, mixed vegetables, meatballs, and 2 different kinds of chicken. After 5 p.m. If you haven't been in, I strongly recommend you get out to Mahabra and try it. Your taste buds will be glad you did.
Well, spring break is around the corner for many college students, and if you're like us, it can't come soon enough. While many may be jetting off to warm tropical places like Cancun, we have a unique idea that MTV just announced. MTV has partnered with the United Way to bring back Spring Fix, which is an alternate spring break to give back. This year they'll be focusing on helping with the Sandy relief in New Jersey. Not only will they help in the rebuilding process, they are doing a massive benefit concert in which Neo is headlining. Neo revealed to MTV, "I feel privileged to be part of an event that not only recognizes young people who are volunteering their time to help people affected by Hurricane Sandy, but that is also continuing to raise awareness of the effects Sandy has had on many communities." The free concert will be held at New Jersey's Six Flags Great Adventure, and the MTV camera crew will be capturing all the activities. Other celebrities who will be attending the event are Jersey Shore's Vinny and MTV's very own Andrew Jenks. So instead of surfing the waves over the break, consider joining this alternate spring break to give back. Head on over to our Facebook page and let us know what you're going to be doing over the break.
We still have more to come on this episode of the Portneuf Prowler.
When we return, we'll take a look at a club that's helping students with disabilities enjoy the great outdoors.
Don't go anywhere. The Portneuf Prowler will be right back.
She passed away about 6 months ago. It was really hard to learn that there was no cure. So we sought hospice care. The hospice people, they really helped. They made her feel comfortable. And they helped me and the girls, especially the girls. They're helping us get through this loss. Now, hospice people, they're good people. They're really good people.
Hey, you're Little Joe, aren't you? As a 17-year-old guy, want to step up and do your civic duty like your big brother? Even though you're not 18 years old yet? You can submit your name early to the Selective Service System. Darn skippy, you can submit your name as early as 3 months after your 17th birthday. Then you're done. You won't have to worry about remembering later on. Your Selective Service registration gets processed on your 18th birthday automatically, and you won't lose your eligibility for that college loan. You see, registration with the Selective Service is required to qualify for any federal student loan or grant. Well, all right then. Go online to www.sss.gov, talk to the Selective Service registrar at your school, or you can even pick up a form at the post office. There's a young man who's taken care of business, even before he had to. Remember, registration is the law.
Many of us have a favorite sport or activity we love to do. However, many of these events are physically intensive and can leave those with disabilities feeling left out. One program known as CW HOG, or the Cooperative Wilderness Handicapped Outdoor Group, is looking to help people of all abilities participate in many activities they may have not thought was possible before. I sat down with Bob Ellis of CW HOG to learn more about this great program.
We provide year-round programming for individuals with and without disabilities. So it's kind of the program is to, it's kind of an all-inclusive program. We try and get everyone involved and get folks with disabilities working with folks without disabilities.
CW HOG aims to get people involved in activities they may have thought was never possible due to their disability. They do this by offering a wide variety of trips and events throughout the entire year. The goal is for people to feel comfortable and have fun.
You could pick and choose what you want to do. You know, some folks don't like skiing, but they do like whitewater rafting.
If you don't feel like going with a large group of people, they have a wide variety of gear you can check out from their rental center.
We also have a pretty large collection of adaptive sports equipment, so bicycles, cross-country skis, water skiing equipment.
Each year, Bob Ellis finds that his favorite event is skiing.
And yeah, it's really rewarding to, you know, take people skiing who really, at one time they thought that they couldn't go skiing. My philosophy is everyone skis. Everyone can.
If you'd like to rent some gear, sign up for a trip, or if you just want to volunteer, they're located in the basement of the sub at Idaho State University. Just look for the Outdoor Recreation Center and you'll find their office soon enough. Well, students at Idaho State will be enjoying a week off of classes starting March 25th, but when they get back from that week off, there will be plenty to do on campus. The first of the major events that students can attend on their week back to Idaho State will be Rock the Quad. It will be held Wednesday, April 3rd. Stop by the Student Union building between noon and 1 o'clock to be able to compete in a variety of challenges with your friends and classmates. The following Friday, you can see Bigfoot in person, the monster truck, not the Sasquatch himself, unfortunately. Bigfoot will be there along with 9 other monster trucks at the Grand National Championship. Larry Quick will attempt a backflip in his truck, Ghost Rider. He's known as the Backflip King, so I'm thinking he ought to be able to pull it off. Big Ed Beckley will be there attempting a stunt as well. He's going for a world record on his motorcycle. He's going to try and jump over 10 trucks. According to CheckeredFlagProductions.com, Beckley weighs almost 300 pounds, is 62 years old, and has never attempted the stunt before. So if you want to see any of that, I mean, how could you not? Get some tickets and be at Holt Arena on April 5th. Tickets are available the day of the event at the Holt Arena ticket office. They can also be purchased at Vickers Western stores in Pocatello and Idaho Falls, or even available by phone at 208-282-FANS. We're still not done here at the Portneuf Prowler.
We'll have some live music here in the studio that's coming up right after the break.
Hey there. Yes, you. I'm going to give you a snap quiz. Oh, don't worry, it's not going to count toward your grades. Okay, let's see if you're required to register with the Selective Service, okay? First, are you under 18 years old or over 25? Are you on active military duty or enrolled in West Point or one of the other service academies? Are you a student in an ROTC program at the Citadel, Virginia Military Institute, North Georgia College, Norwich University, Virginia Polytechnic, or Texas A&M? Well, that's it. You passed with a perfect score of 0. Any of these situations would have been an exception to the law requiring young men to register with the Selective Service. Virtually all men living in the United States must register when they turn 18. Go to www.sss.gov and register.
Flight 828 now boarding at gate 9.
Mr. Gilmore, your foursome is on the tee. Have fun and hit 'em straight.
What's more fun than a round with your friends?
Nice shot.
To discover all the ways you can get more golf in your life, visit playgolfamerica.com.
Play golf, America.
We're all more than meets the eye, and we're all more than this machine. Every day, painful messages, posts, and ideas are shared on the internet. Faceless bullies are free to harass, then walk away without any consequence. Close to 50% of teens have been the victim of cyberbullying. Cyberbullying has even ended in taking a teen's life. Whoever says that words don't hurt doesn't know the power of this.
We'd like to correct a previous statement. On April 6th will be the monster truck rally instead.
Not on, as not previously reported on April 5th.
Yeah, no.
And it's good to know if you get there, there'll probably be a bunch of dirt and no monster trucks.
Yeah. You like going to monster truck rallies?
Absolutely, who doesn't?
Yeah, just blows out my ears. All right.
All right, and thanks for tuning in and spending the evening with us. Remember to follow the Portneuf Prowler on Facebook and Twitter.
Now to play us out, here's a guitarist Hal Waldrum.
It's so impossible to breathe. Your voice is beautiful to me. Sing as we drive and watch the miles pass us by. But we don't really mind. We have forever here tonight. Tonight, walk with me around Forever Square. We'll stay warm despite the frigid air of cold December nights. Blankets and carriage rides, envied by passers-by because they know you're mine. And I am yours tonight. Everything I need is right here. And you're the only one that is standing here. The view is crystal clear. Skylines and stars appear. And we'll live forever in tonight. Walk with me, I'll sweep you off your feet. Make time stop so we don't have to leave this cold December night. Cocoa and carriage rides up on this mountain high, and I'll look into your eyes. It's so impossible to breathe. You're irresistible to me. Tonight, as I stare into your eyes, beneath this glittered sky, and I will kiss you here tonight. Tonight, I'll kiss you here tonight. Everything I need is right here, and you're the only.
Well, that was fantastic. I'd like to thank Hal for doing that for us. It was great to listen to him.
Yeah.
And I'd like to wish everybody a spring break, especially you, Zep.
Yeah. What, you got anything going on for spring break? I got nothing.
I'm going to head down to Park City and enjoy the wilderness out there. It should be a really good time and get caught up on homework.
Well, thanks for joining us for this episode of Portneuf Prowler. We'll see you next week.